They're going to go right back to him on first down. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Power football with the run. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. Corners are walked up tight. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The Sooners are on the move. Back to throw. It's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Running back searching for a hole. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
That's reeled in. It's Hudson. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Quarterback making checks. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive, you want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Sets up the screen. Breaks into the open. Got enough space. Touchdown Sooners. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. The offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll take the return, try to get better field position. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Working on the right. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Drew Allar feels as if he has unfinished business at Penn State. Tyler Warren is gone, but Allar still with a plethora of weapons at his disposal, and maybe, David, giving him a path to redemption in the college football playoffs.
Yeah, and when we saw him finish, it wasn't the best, right? He made the big turnover. They had a chance to go to the national title game, but Penn State took some next steps, and he took some next steps. So if the talent in this offense, another year with Colton Ecke, the running backs back, like this offense could really take that next step.
Fighting off the defender. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Really nice play call there by the defensive coordinator as well. He was trying to do something aggressive to stop the momentum of the offense. They looked pretty good on this drive. They were marching the football down the field, but on that critical third down, the D coordinator dials it up, the pass rush at the right time, trusting his guys up front to get it done, and they're able to get the sack.
And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Running the red zone, it's Singleton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Allar. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Martin. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller. Boom.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
To the air, it's Mateer. Got him downfield. Still running at the 40. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping him up, getting him on the ground, take away that run game, make him one-dimensional, put him in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Bringing the heat. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. The Sooners will have it 1st and 10. On the run, it's Tatum. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job.
Turning it on! He stopped at the 32-yard line, pick up a 5 on the play, and it'll be a 1st down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. To the air, it's Mateer. Under fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Fires to the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Looking to throw again. Going for 6. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't find his man in the end zone as he was trying to pay off this red zone chance. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Finds a man on the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
To throw, it's Aller. Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
Going to swing it on second down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Burks. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibson. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Aller. Keeps looking downfield. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Looking to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. So they gamble on fourth down in the first half, and man, does it pay off.
Fourth and long. I mean, what just fourth and short? Nowadays, man, so much aggression in college football. And how about right there? Fourth down and long. No problem. I got this in the first half.
Fires toward the end zone. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. It's Aller. He's going for a big play downfield. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And you've got to go for this on fourth down. I mean, this offense hasn't even punted yet in this game anyway, and they've gone for it on fourth down a few times early, but the field position dictates that you're absolutely going for it here. Trailing on the scoreboard, you've got to dial up a good play. You've got to get your best playmaker the football.
That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for block. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And while that first half certainly wasn't what they had in mind, maybe a big comeback is in the offing here in bowl season.
And I think that's a nice way of saying they were awful in the first half. They were terrible. Bowl games, you wonder about motivation. One thing I know, they were clearly not motivated, Palmer.
No, they didn't look focused at all in that first half, David, but this is a team that has a ton of talent. If they can put it here together in the second half, they can close the season out with an exclamation.
They'll run play action, using his legs to buy some time. On the run, deep down the right side. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the third quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. The sure hands, it's Hudson. He's tackled right at the 40-yard line. That is well short of the first down, and let's see if they go for it here. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Hudson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Scrambling away. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Got a man. It's Singleton. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively. And right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride right off.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a two-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Using his legs, it's Tatum. There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Got it in the middle. It's Gibson. And he's brought down after a nice game. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. You bring a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they will match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Looking to pass. It's Mateer. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab. It's Gibson. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of guns.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Fires to the right. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Going downfield for the big play. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. To the air, it's Allard. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Snags it on the right. Finds a seam. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Penn State.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He's got him in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. To the air, it's Mateer. That's caught, it's out. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Here's the snap. Ready to cut one loose. Gets it to him on the screen. Past the 45. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
The Sooners have this offense rolling. They'll leave it with the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Now, how about that defense on the snap? They are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The Sooners will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Punt is on its way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Wants to throw on first down. Time to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot and see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice.
Going deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Allard. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Pena. And the explosiveness. The big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third.
He's going to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And then trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
Gonna look downfield again. The short hands, it's Ross. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Right on target this time. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone, right at the 20.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Quick completion on the out route. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you're working the perimeter of the field.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the comeback is on.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And the extra point splits the uprights. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the wideout. Got his man to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. There are penalties you sort of forget about, and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. He really needs to get away a good kick here. He gets it away from his own end zone. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. wasting no time throwing on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Back to pass, it's Aller. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
To the air on second down. Fires to the middle. Got it! Touchdown, Penn State! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense. Late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up. It's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Here's the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow-developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is what can happen at times. You get the snowball effect. Everything going their way in the first half. Big lead going into halftime. But it's mistake after mistake on both sides of the ball. And that interception, David, compounds the problem.
And this defense has completely changed at the half.
Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Just outside the red zone. First and 10 from the 21. Looking downfield, it's Aller. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Backed up now, here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Looks like the offense will just take a knee. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for a